We will now look into as why is there a need for data mesh. Building a data-oriented business remains as one of the top strategic goals of executives. No matter the industry or the company, we want to become intelligently empowered to provide the best customer experience based on the data and personalization. We would like to reduce the costs and time through data-driven optimizations, and we would like to empower our employees to make better decisions with business intelligence. All of these scenarios require data, a high volume of diverse, up-to-date, and trustworthy data. Also, we need an architecture that natively supports diverse use cases. Many of the technical complexities organizations face today stem from how we have divided data, operational and analytical data. We have siloed the teams that manage them. As a quick refresher, operational data is the one which supports the business with transactional integrity. They are stored in real time by online transaction processing systems like MySQL, in short called as OLTP. They are constantly updated and are used directly to serve the end users. Examples of those data could be user registrations, subscriptions by the user, payments by the user, or updates in the catalog of the items, for example, songs or artists. Business units manage such operational data. But if we have to analyze historical data, for example, consumption in the month of July 2022 by the premium users and by the free users, or if we have to give a recommendation to the users based on their past listening behavior, we will need an aggregated view of the data. Such data is maintained and used by online analytical processing systems called as OLAP. Because the OLTP systems, which are suited for transactions, are not optimized for such large reads. Currently, OLAP data is stored in data warehouse or lake or both. Business intelligence, data analysts, and data science teams under the leadership of data and analytics officer manage this analytical data plane. Data has to be collected from the operational data plane into the analytical data plane. The reports and the insights generated from the analytical data plane can then further be used to improve the operations. But each plane operates under a different organizational vertical. Often, operational databases have no explicitly defined contracts with the ETL pipelines for sharing their data. This leads to the fragile ETL jobs, where any unanticipated upstream changes lead to downstream pipeline failures. The challenges of two-plane data management and a centralized data warehouse or lake to access data are the major drivers to imagine a future solution. Let's imagine a future intelligent banking which requires data beyond the financial transactions. As an example, to provide an appropriate offer for the housing loans, banks need to know not just the salary and the transactions of the customers, but also the dreams and housing needs of the customers and the current situation of the housing market. Now, the data can be originated from every system that runs the business, from every touch point with customers, and from other organizations as well. This scale requires a shift in the data management. Data is also reshaped, and that too continuously, due to new features in the products, due to new touch points, due to new partnerships, due to new acquisitions, and so on. Data management has to allow for the autonomy of teams with peer-to-peer data collaborations. According to New Vantage Partners annual reports in 2021, almost all of these surveyed companies are investing in big data and AI, but more than 75% of those companies have not yet forged any data culture. Some of the root causes include lack of skill sets, organizational and governance bottlenecks, and friction in discovering, trusting, and using data. To conclude, data mesh assumes and addresses proliferation of data origins within and beyond organizations' boundaries, a diverse range of use cases for analytical data, and a highly complex organizational environment.